struck down by the court. And so our challenge is to, as Brian was saying, really shift the narrative and help people understand the opportunities that are now available to us. Brian mentioned the criminologists who weighed in on the Supreme Court cases in the Miller case in their amicus brief, who said we were wrong about the super predator. We were wrong that these extreme sentences are necessary to keep us safe. And I think that, like he said, there hasn't been enough to really hear that statement from those criminologists. So it's our responsibility as advocates to hold policymakers and the courts accountable to what we now know, and what many folks have known for a long time. But certainly where we are now is we're at a place where we need to talk about how are we going to hold young people accountable for serious crimes, because we've never had that dialogue. Instead, there were these fear-based policies enacted in the 90s, as Brian discussed, and so our opportunity right now is to shift the narrative and talk about what it is to rehabilitate young people, what is going on at home and in our communities that is exposing young people to violence. And we were thrilled to see the Department of Justice issue a report around children's exposure to violence. And one of the recommendations there in that report to the Department of Justice is that young people should not be transferred into adult prisons and should not be tried as adults. And that's a significant step forward. And I think that the role of the people here, all of us, is to shift that narrative and to bring forward our own individual narratives, which are so powerful. I mean, I'm sitting up here crying, and I've met all these people, But I just think that is the power in storytelling and ensuring that this isn't just about, lawyers seeking new jurisprudence. This is about people. This is about human beings. This is about human rights. This is about individuals who have families who've experienced extreme, tragedies. And it's our responsibility to make sure that the policymakers who are now, forced to grapple with how to hold young people accountable hear all of those stories and understand what is underlying all of this.